So you have been hearing about Bitcoin, but no one has ever explained it to you in very simple language. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you Bitcoin in the simplest language possible. And today you are going to be understanding Bitcoin. What I can promise you is that by the end of this video, you should be able to understand why millions and millions of people are buying this thing so-called Bitcoin. Let's just jump into the video straight away. So let's first start. But what is really Bitcoin? Now, Bitcoin is just digital money, but here is the catch. It is not like your bank money, the one you have stored in the bank. Why? Because the money in the bank is being controlled by the bank, but Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin is not controlled by any person, not by any country, not by any organization. It is completely decentralized. Now, when Bitcoin is completely decentralized, if we are talking about decentralization, meaning if there are two things for you, if I'm sending you money through the bank, the money has to go to the bank, then the bank sends you money in between. So it means the bank is in between us, controlling the money movement. But with Bitcoin, it is peer-to-peer, that I send money to you, it goes direct to you without anyone in the middle. That is the meaning of decentralization. It is the opposite of centralization. Centralization means someone is in the middle, while decentralization means no one is in the middle. Have you ever thought of something? Have you ever imagined having an internet money? Yes, money that is on the internet. That is Bitcoin for you. So anytime you think about Bitcoin or someone mentions about Bitcoin to you, I want you to always remember Bitcoin is like email. Yes, it allows people to send money via the internet without needing any permission. I want to repeat it one more time. Any single time someone mentions the word Bitcoin or someone you think about Bitcoin, always remember that Bitcoin is just this thing that allows people to send money on the internet without needing the bank's permission. But ask yourself, how does it really work? How is it possible to do this? Now, Bitcoin runs on something called the blockchain. Now, what is blockchain? Now, so many people complicate blockchain, but when I'm explaining it to my people, this is what I always say. I always tell them to think about blockchain just like a giant digital notebook. I think this is a book. I have a book over here. This is an old novel, but this one page here, I always call it a block. That this is a block. Now, this is another block, and this is another block. Now, all of them are connected to form one thing. Very many blocks are connected to form one thing. Now, I just imagine that what has connected them here, it is a chain. So these are blocks, but blocks aren't connected of chain. Now, when you think about this in this analogy, this one block here is used for recording transactions. Jibril has sent money to Emma. Jibril is receiving money from John. This is the block that is being used for recording transactions. But when it comes to Bitcoin, all this is digital. It is not physical. So just think about like a notebook that is digital and it is decentralized just on the internet. So every single time someone sends Bitcoin, that transaction is recorded in the blockchain, and see, that transaction is verified by thousands and thousands of the computers that are connected to the blockchain. So all those computers that are connected to the blockchain, they have to confirm those transactions. And how do they confirm it? They confirm it by doing mathematical calculations to confirm that it is correct. Now, this is called, the process of doing that is called mining. I don't want to go deep into mining, but every time you think about mining, it is just a way in which transactions on Bitcoin are really confirmed to be safe and secure, or they are confirmed to be correct transactions, meaning you cannot forge transactions here, because all are thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of computers that are connected to that blockchain. They have to confirm that the transaction is through the process called mining. So why do people trust Bitcoin? See, before you ask the question why people trust Bitcoin, ask yourself, why is Bitcoin valuable? Now, when you ask yourself why Bitcoin is valuable, I'm going to give you one main reason. The main reason is because it has limited supply. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. That means it is very scarce. It cannot go beyond that. When there will be only 21 million Bitcoins, it makes it feel like gold, because gold is scarce. But yes, people call it, this is a digital gold, because it is scarce and there will only be 21 million Bitcoin. And the second thing is that you can send it across the whole world. Remember what we said, without anyone's permission, you can send it to Japan, to Uganda, to Nigeria, to what. So this has become like also a payment option for so many transactions that could be restricted by the bank, and also for so many people that even don't have bank accounts can use Bitcoin. Another thing that I would love to tell you is that so many countries are now, because it has a maximum supply, so many countries that have, even here in Africa, that have very weak currencies are using Bitcoin as a way of reserving their currencies to fight against inflation. So you know that our money is always losing value, so most countries are now buying Bitcoin so that their money does not lose value the way it does. Those are the main reasons why you find people are really buying Bitcoin and people are trusting Bitcoin. So another question, is Bitcoin really safe? Now let me tell you something. The technology behind Bitcoin is very, very secure, but how you use it, it depends on you. If you lose your wallet address password, you lose your password, or you send your crypto to the wrong address or the wrong person, or you just give access to your coins to any scammer and you fall out of scam, then you can lose your Bitcoin or you can lose your money. So what I can advise you is that when you are going to buy Bitcoin, make sure you keep your wallet address safe, secure. Make sure you keep your wallet address password safe, and make sure you keep all your cryptos on a secure wallet so that you don't get scammed. And when you are sending crypto to anyone, make sure you confirm the address you are sending to so that you don't send to a wrong number. So the final question you are going to answer, should I buy Bitcoin? Well, if you want to ask me that, then I can tell you that I'm not a financial advisor, but if you really want to start, you can start small and you always invest what you can afford to lose. And the next thing that I want to tell you is that the smart investors, they always take time to learn what they are investing, just like you are doing. If this video has been helpful to you, why like this video, subscribe to this channel, and make sure you comment on this very video. Do you think Bitcoin is going to be bigger in the next 5 years? And also, what I want you to do is that when you subscribe to this channel, also watch the next video that is going to show you step by step of how you can buy your first Bitcoin. Thank you.